We were just going.
Yeah, well, hold your book and horses now. So, this is Slick Mick the Dick.
Hey you lot, Brass Polish here. And I was considering watching the episodes being released early. That way whenever a Rainbow Dash episode came up, I could do a few weeks worth of prep work for an episode review. But f*** my ass, they're airing early on Twat House. So the only prep work I did for this review was the title card.
But we talked about this. How else could I get there? A Pegasus chariot? A flock of birds?
Are you taking the piss, Sweetie Belle? Yeah, you know it's coming. We'll get there, and I'll try to keep it short. If she got hit by that, would it do anything?
Little ma'am, are you alright?
Heavens to Celestia, what's wrong with her?
One of the reasons my pony's known as a Pegasus is when you have wings, you've got more physicality. I'm delighted to see Pegasi pointing, counting, and holding things with their wings more often these days. Not just in this episode, but with Zipperwill in the last episode and with Daring Do in Stranger Than Fanfiction.
Oh, dearie, please! You might shatter my Princess Celestia commemorative plates!
It seems Windy Whistle's a Celestia fan as well. Sorry, Luna. Do you think she'd act the same way around Celestia as she does around Rainbow Dash? Imagine, with all the baddies who've threatened Equestria in this show, the only resident in the Canterlot Castle dungeon is a fangirl. Well, I can't say there's anything wrong with that.
My life, and no pony inspires me more than she does. I can't believe I'm eating Rainbow Dash's favorite food, made by Rainbow Dash's mom, while sitting in Rainbow Dash's childhood kitchen.
I'm guessing Rainbow Dash actually spent more time with Fluttershy and her parents in their kitchen. Come on, Rainbow, was Zephyr Breeze really more tolerable than your parents?
Our little Dashie was an early learner.
They found her in a cardboard box in a bad neighborhood during a crime fighting spree.
Was
Exciting!
When the going gets tough, the tough don't notice because they have hard shells. That's so Rainbow Dash.
And yet she was so quick to blow off Tank during the pet tryouts.
I, installed the sound effects myself.
And by installed sound effects, he means dragooned a choir and stuffed them in the crawl space.
She was wearing it when she spoke her first words.
Hopefully her first words weren't, "I s***ed myself." God, I hope not.
Here's all the Wonderbolt stuff.
Let's make some thunder!
I was born to make thunder.
In her nappy.
Okay, which pony broke protocol and invited guests to our training exercises?
That's the assumption you're making?
Me. How did you know I was here? Scootaloo filled us in on everything.
If you're wondering, I also keep my accomplishments away from my family. Not because they embarrass me, but one, they're not remotely interested in my chosen subject matters. Ponies and British steam engines. Two, they're just a bad audience. They're the sort of people who crack jokes and ask questions during their first viewing of something and consequently miss details and get confused along the way. All the same, they're just as supportive as Bo and Windy.
Kidding.
Please. They don't want to hear about your bath time.
I do.
Believe it.
You should have warned me that you were bringing my parents, or talk to Twilight or something.
Oh, why let Twilight know? Perhaps Rainbow Dash knows her parents are Celestia fans and figured if Scootaloo introduced them to Twilight, they'd plead with her to introduce them to Celestia.
Close, but then she had some heavy competition, especially against another Pegasus named Lightning Dust.
Not exactly a comeback, but we know they haven't forgotten about Lightning Dust. Feathers crossed.
Later made it into the Wonderbolt reserves.
This kind of seems like something Pinkie Pie would do. This could be why Rainbow Dash wasn't keen on Pinkie Pie in the first few episodes.
Pinkie Pie? Not again.
Until she discovered what a great sense of humor she has.
You know, Pinkie Pie, you're not as annoying as I thought. You want to hang out?
And yet for some reason the main characters besides Twilight were portrayed as a tightly knit group in the flashback in Celestial Advice. The first in a number of questionable flashback choices so far this season.
What if she runs into a manticore?
Hey, you're lighter now. You'll probably fly faster.
The camera loves you!
You really do got yourself your very own mega fans. Lucky you.
It really is surprising that Rainbow Dash is uncomfortable having her own cheering squad. No doubt she's determined to avoid further embarrassment in front of the Wonderbolts following her collision on her first day. If this keeps up, they're gonna stop calling her Crash and start calling her Mama's Girl.
Of all time!
I've had enough of you two being so proud of every little ridiculous, insignificant thing I do!
Wow. In the early seasons, would Rainbow Dash have ever insinuated that anything she's done is insignificant? Still, you can't fault Rainbow Dash for snapping. When you cheer someone on for every single thing, any praise for genuine achievements has no meaning.
Your words were direct, clear, and so painful.
Emos with rainbow hair.
I'll find some pony else to do my hero report on.
Who else could Scootaloo write an admiration report on? Maybe Cheerilee. Grease the wheels a bit, you know?
Believe it or not, there was a time when I wasn't the best at everything.
Come on, it's no different than when she told you she used to be scared of bonfire stories.
Awesome.
More questionable flashback choices. On the plus side, we know Derpy winning the go-kart contest instead of Rarity in Cart Before the Ponies wasn't a transparent attempt by the adults to boost a handicapped kid's confidence. It seems as a whole, Derpy did her damnedest to do well despite her wonky eyes and earned a lot of #1 spots. But I can't say I approve of the young Spitfire and Lightning Dust appearing in this flashback. That's right, I'm poo-pooing a Lightning Dust appearance. It just feels lazy. Not only are there a lot of continuity issues, like on-screen introductions of these characters, but the impact of Rainbow's awe of Spitfire's status as Wonderbolt's captain and meeting Lightning Dust, who threatened to put an end to her lifelong ambition, isn't quite as strong when the staff suggests that these three were constantly competing with each other in their youth.
Consequences.
Some ponies would dream of having parents like that.
Yeah, right. Name one.
Me. Growing up, I never thought I'd be the best at anything because no pony ever told me. Your parents...
Thanks, Josh Hamilton, for keeping this vague. There's a lot to extrapolate from what Scootaloo said, and although I know there are hundreds of heartless sadistic dicks who think this cements that she has no parents, I'm inclined to believe that Scootaloo has a family like mine. Perhaps neither of Scootaloo's parents have a drop of interest in scootering or even cutie mark support, and therefore have little genuine encouragement to offer their daughter, and so leave her to her hobbies and pursuits. And I highly doubt that this is an abusive or neglectful relationship because of the way Scootaloo reacted to Rainbow Dash chewing out her parents. It seems she'd never dream of talking to her parents in such a manner, meaning that despite the lack of interest they show in her activities, they do still have a strong bond. If you were expecting an angry rant, tough taters.
Took them for granted.
Scootaloo, you were just so great at blindfolds.
It's true. You must tell me what kind of knot you use.
Do you think Bo and Windy were never really good at anything themselves?
Farmer's loop.
Mom and Dad, welcome to the... I love my parents and I'm sorry that I took them for granted and I know that they made me who I am today, so I really want to make it up to them. Event.
It's a working title. Good thing they've got them goggles. Perhaps they ought to have kept those blindfolds.
Very well researched, but a little heavy on the pictures, and there was a moldy sandwich in your report.
And a soiled nappy.
Yeah! Greatest report giver of all time!
That'll be it then. I'm Brass Polish, thanks for watching, and I'm gonna go sign my ass up for the Scootaloo fan club. Best fandom punching bag ever. Woo!
I bet you they won't play this song on the radio. I bet you they won't play this new song. It's not that it's or controversial, just that the in-words are awfully strong. No, I bet you they won't play this song on the radio. I bet you they dare in-well program it. I bet you they're in-goal program directors who think it's a load of horse.